on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of In Touch Radio or its staff.
Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. Happy Saturday. Happy Thanksgiving next week coming up. You're tuned in to the Stay Woke Show. I'm Dr. Michelle Williams here in Tampa, Florida. Joining me in the studio today, we have a very, very distinguished special guest who has been on a health and wellness journey, Mr. Ryan Johnson from Polk County, Florida, Lakeland. Ryan, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing really good this morning. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
All right, now we're going to be sharing the Ryan Johnson story, Getting to Wellness, this morning. Ryan has an impeccable story, everything with dealing with juvenile diabetes, being on dialysis, having to go and receive, he was on the list to be a kidney recipient. Ryan has received his new kidney, and we are just so elated that God has advanced you to this stage of wellness. Ryan, what do you have to say about what you have actually gone through, what you're going through, what you still have to endeavor, things that I know that so much has happened to you in your short-lived life? I mean, you're under 30 years old and you're having so much to deal with right now. You have a devout and devoted mother who's been there by your side, your sister, your older sister, Ashley, who's been there by your side, and your grandparents. And so, like, tell us what's really going on. How do you feel this morning?
This morning I feel really good. I'm in good spirits. It's been a long journey. I'll say it's definitely been a long journey. Thank God, first of all, to thank God, thank my support system. Because without neither one of them, I wouldn't be here. Without my mom, my sister, everybody who's been supporting me, seeing my journey, my health journey, I just really can thank them. That's the reason I'm still probably here to this day, still able to stand strong, still able to be confident in myself to do these things, come speak out about it, and I will say this took a lot for me to get here, to be able to talk about it, to be able to speak about it and tell my story, because I'm a real reserved person. So a lot of this I've been hiding from people for the longest. Like, if you haven't been around me on a daily basis, you probably wouldn't notice it, because I don't show it. It's hard to see it, but just thank God to my support system, really.
So in your journey, because, not only your story is personal to me, because your mom and I have been friends for 48 years. Our parents met when my mom married, when my dad married my mom, and we belonged to the same church, and we grew up in the same church. And watching you going through your Facebook page and just remembering who Ryan was and who Ryan is as a child. I've seen you with your flip phone on your pictures, and I see you with your one stand phone on your pictures. Now you got your smartphone on your pictures. But through your life, you shared your photographs on social media, and so it has been your journey. And when a person goes and take a look at your photographs on social media, it shows you from that young teenage child growing up into that young adult playing basketball. Not only did you play basketball, Ryan, you are a youth basketball coach, because your drive and you're driven to give back to the community. I know your dad, I know Warren is real big on basketball also, and so I know that the apple didn't fall too far from the tree with that one right there. So tell us about that. So are you still involved with the youth basketball?
Yes, ma'am. So I still train. I still train kids with basketball. So I do like private lessons. Kids from all ages, from like 6 to all the way up to like 17. I just take them, and whatever they need to work on, whatever their parents are looking for to get them better at, I just kind of help them with that. I still coach an AAU team. I have my own AAU team, Polk County Kings. So that's been a journey. That's been a it's been a good product. I love what I do. The kids love me. They kind of see my journey. A lot of the kids, like I'm also legally blind. Like I can only see out of one of my eyes, and I can only see shadows and shapes out of that eye. So like a lot of my kids, they know what's going on, and they embrace me. So like just for instance, like when I'm coaching the game, I may not be able to see the scoreboard, but like my kids, as soon as I call a timeout, they'll come tell me, Coach, we up 2, Coach, we up 3. So just little things like that keep me going, just to see like kids and not judge me, and kids still believe in me. So it's been a blessing.
It's like it's almost like you not only are you a youth basketball coach, but you're building a coalition with your team, because your team has become your eyes and ears. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, they come and they report to you, Coach Ryan, we up 2, we up 3. So that's a beautiful thing to have that. But Ryan, I think I want to give I don't want to call their names, but I do have 2 distinguished guests who are watching this interview right now. I seen them when they popped on. They are board members who sit on the St. Joseph Hospital board, and I want to thank them this morning for watching this story, because Ryan, you never know where God is going to bless you at along your wellness journey. But as a child, Ryan, when did you start experiencing, and when did you know that something was going on with your body? When did you start feeling different? And when did you start saying something to your mama? Because I know your mama, so I.
So about 7 years old, I just start like drinking and urinating a little bit more than usual. I remember I was a scary kid, so like in the middle of the night, I was always scared to get up by myself and go to the kitchen. But during this time, I was getting up by myself and going to the kitchen just to get juice at night, at an extreme level. And like my mom, that was the first thing that she noticed something was wrong with me. And my dad was a kind of a typical dad, kind of telling her, he's all right, ain't nothing wrong with him. But my mom took me to the hospital that night, and that's when they first diagnosed me with type 1 diabetes.
When you were 7 years old.
7 years old.
And that's the telltale sign usually when people experience juvenile diabetes. Either you start eating a lot of salt because you're trying to replace things, or you're eating sugary products. And I can only imagine that it was either some hot type of Hawaiian punch or something that was in that refrigerator that was garnishing that had to replenish your body. And, there's something that I want to speak with you about. Being that I'm a doctor of naturopathy and holistic medicine, I would love to sit down with you and your primary care physician and also offer a more holistic route, because I've helped my mother and I've helped members of my family, deal with diabetes, because the functioning of the pancreas and the kidney is most crucial, especially with you being, a recipient who has received a new kidney. And that's what everybody was when I typed that on the post that you're going to be here today. Everybody was like, "Wait a minute, he's a baby. What you mean he got a kidney?" Yes, he has a kidney. He had to have a kidney transplant. This is why this is called the Ryan Johnson story, getting to wellness. And Ryan has a beautiful story that we are going to continue to highlight, not only today, but we're going to continue to highlight it several times throughout the rest of this month, throughout the rest of this year, and throughout his journey, because this is important, Ryan, because a mother, if it wasn't for the mother's instinct and the mother's wit that your mother had, a lot of mothers don't have that. They just taking it that, my child just want a lot of juice. And so they just buy more juice and more juice and more juice, and not knowing that there is an underlying problem. Okay, so Ryan, you started out at 7. So at 7, what happened after that?
From there, that I feel like that's where my journey really started. Me and my mom, really was us together. We went to a lot of doctors. My endocrinologist kind of trained us on what we need to be doing next. So kind of the next steps, I was learning how to check my blood sugar, how to administer my own insulin shots. I was taking my own insulin shots at 7 years old. Since 7, I was always giving my own shots. My mom, that was one thing I didn't want her to do, was give me my own shots. I wanted to do it myself. So we were learning about just how to manage diabetes. So early off, it started out pretty good, because, we're going to the doctor all the time. They're giving us all the information we need. And, as a mother, when it first started, she just made sure I was on everything. She wasn't letting me eat anything like with carbs in it. Whatever the doctor said, we were doing that to the T.
Mm-hmm.
So counting carbs, just administering the right insulin, making sure I eat snacks in school. Like I know, like when I first got diabetes, when I first went to school, I was in second grade. I remember they had to, make time out of class for me to go into the teacher's office just to eat my snacks. And as a child, it felt special. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be seen as special. I didn't want to be checked out of class and things like that. I remember like every day at lunch, I'd have to go to the clinic just to check my blood sugar, so the other kids would just see me being different. So I think that kind of, from a young age, that kind of like shaped my mindset to know that I was going to be different. To make it be okay being different for me.
Mm-hmm.
To where I am now, to where I'm comfortable being different. To know that I don't have a typical life like everyone else.
Okay. So Ryan, I remember, like I say, you are like a you're a non-relative but a relative, an extended family nephew, okay? By way of a 48-year friendship between me and your mother. But Ryan, I think the most thing that was, I remember you having to have some type of device put inside of you. That was the diabetic pump. That were it used to administer your, and see how long your auntie done been on this journey with you. I remember all of this stuff, and I remember conversations of me and your mama. She's like, oh, and just being there, because doing this, I know how it affected you, but your mother is like me. We love our children unconditionally, no matter what. We love our children unconditionally. So to see you going through this and seeing her going through this, the only thing you can do is pray. And I'm a prayer warrior, so we always gonna pray. But so when you receive the diabetic pump inside your belly, and I know about that because for a year and a half, my daughter had to go through that. My daughter Jackie, and that was the most scariest thing that we've ever, because she ended up developing scar tissue, some bad scar tissue that they had to go in and clean up and all that good stuff. But we got it taken care of. But through that, Ryan, how did you get better during the time that you had the insulin pump, or did you still have to administer extra shots, or how did that go? Did your diet have to change a little bit, or
No, so I think with the insulin pump, the only difference was how I was getting my insulin. So instead of giving myself my own injections, there was like a device already inside me that I could just use like a phone almost to give myself my insulin.
Okay.
So I had a tube attached to like my body to the insulin pump that would just feed the insulin through the tube. That would like kind of stick out of my clothes a little bit. But I went through that for about 3 or 4 years until like I decided I didn't want to do it anymore with the insulin pump. Just because I was very active as a kid, like with sports. Like you said, I played basketball. I played football as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just having the tube inside my body and just on the outside of my body as well. Having like just being a young kid, I didn't want other kids to see me like that. It would get pulled out sometimes, and so it was just a hassle kind of for me being so active like I was. But as far as my health, I didn't really change anything with my diet from going to the insulin shots to the insulin pumps. It was more so just how the insulin was administered. So instead of just giving myself my shots, I would just get it through the tube.
Okay, so that part, 7 years old, being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, going on through the years, receiving the diabetic insulin pump, and then you're hit with the news. Mr. Johnson, you need a kidney, and we're going to put you on the recipient list. How did that mentally? You were just a baby, Ryan. I'm looking at you right now, and I still can't believe that you just in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? About to be 30 soon. But how did like, what was your mindset? Finding out that you at such a young age had to be put on a donors list for a kidney, and you needed this kidney to save your life, and how's it affected you now, and what are you doing, and how do you feel? Like, we want to be a part of your journey. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I took the initiative, but it just sounded so cute to me, the Ryan Johnson story, getting the wellness. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I want America to know that we already have issues, and we talked about this, with Dexter, your stepdad, who came on the show, and we understood that we as blacks, we're even turned down for issues like this. And, the journey that your mom has been on with you, you know, is if your mom had not had that good insurance, you Ryan, let's tell the truth to shame the devil. You know what I'm saying? If your mom had not had that good health insurance, you know what I'm saying? God knows where your journey would be at right now. And we just thank God that, she done been on her job almost 30 years or 30 years if, you know what I'm saying, where she was able to provide that for you. Because when it comes to the Medicaid and Medicare office, when it comes to blacks and health issues, we are always denied. So that is a part of your story that, you know what I'm saying, that you were and are a very fortunate young man, because a lot of people don't have, some people, you got some grown adults that's still on the kidney donor list, or, you know what I'm saying, or lung organ, something, that they need an organ. But we're just so thankful. So your journey as far as that, you learning that you need a kidney, what happened?
So at a young age, as a kid, they kind of told me my kidneys were, and I always heard from other people that my kidneys would fail if you didn't take care of your diabetes. So I was well aware that that was a possibility, but the doctors ended up telling me probably around like 15 or 16 that my kidneys were failing. And when they told me, honestly, I really didn't. It didn't hit me. It didn't hit me like it should have, because I was so used to still being able to do everything that I wanted to, still able to play basketball, still able to be independent. So it really never hit me until I got older, until like it started slowing my life down, until things started to happen. I got on dialysis. That's when it started to kind of like resonate in my head that, man, so you need to do better, or you need to get better, or something is really going on. This is more than what you think.
Mm-hmm.
But as a kid, it didn't really hit me like that. But again, so like a couple years ago, I ended up getting COVID, and my kidney shut all the way down.
Oh, no.
That's when they put me on dialysis. That's when my kidney function went to 0%, and like both kidneys were 0%. So I had to be on dialysis for a year. And then when I got the call that I was going to be on the kidney list, honestly, truth be told, I still wasn't. I wasn't like excited or anything, just because I had heard so many stories, and I just knew things about people being on the kidney list for so long. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have any hope. I don't want to say I didn't have any hope, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get my hopes high, because I knew it. Even though I'm on the kidney list, it could take 10, 12, 15, 20 years still before I get a kidney. But I end up, like I said, doing the kidney appointments and going to see the kidney coordinator, my kidney coordinator. And my kidney coordinator is the one that ended up telling me that, hey, you're a candidate for a pancreas too. So I end up actually getting a kidney and a pancreas.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
So you a double blessing and a double miracle.
Yes, ma'am. So that's the reason I don't have diabetes anymore now to this day. Like I don't have type 1 diabetes anymore, just because my kidney coordinator told me, hey, you're a candidate, you're young. So instead of just getting the kidney, because if I would have just got the kidney, I would have still had diabetes afterwards. My kidneys just would have been better. But she ended up putting me on the list for a kidney and a pancreas, and I was on the list for about a year. And last December 21st, I got a call from a doctor saying, "Hey, we got a match for you, kidney and a pancreas. We need you to come right now."
I remember when your mama got that call, because she called everybody, and we were all praying. We were all, Ryan, you have had some phenomenal and impeccable prayer warriors around you your whole entire life, and and with this journey, and I remember it had been a long time, that any of us had seen you. And I remember just a few short Sundays ago when you walked through the door, I felt the Holy Spirit when it fell on me. I was just so happy to see you, just to see you walk through the door. That was just impeccable, because you were letting God know, thank you. Even though you didn't have to say anything, it's just the fact that you walked in the church. I'm about to cry. When you walked in the church, you told God, thank you. So it's the little things that God just need, from us when he helps us through this milestone. So you are going through a milestone, but what made me, not only as an activist, not only as a civil rights leader, not only as a medical doctor licensed in the state of Florida, but as your auntie, as your auntie to highlight your story and your journey that has happened to so many other black children and black adults who have been less fortunate. So your story, Ryan, is going to give everyone hope because you've held on for a long time. How old are you now, Ryan?
27.
Okay, so my son is just 2 years older than you. Okay, so at 27 years old, you've been battling with this for years now.
20 years at this point.
For years, and not a lot of people can live to say that, and that's why I want you to always open up your mouth and share your story. And as often as I can give you this platform, cross TikTok right now. We got 369 people watching you right now. I don't know how many over there watching on Facebook, but we have, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful to give you this platform this morning about your story getting to wellness because, see, people don't understand just because you have the kidney, just because you have the new pancreas, you still are going through some things right now. So would you like to share that? You know what I'm saying? Like, since you received your kidney and your pancreas, what has happened? Like, what has that journey been?
So it's still, and that's the thing about my story. I feel like it's not a story of I went through something and I made it out on top now. It's a story of I went through something, I'm still going through something, and anybody else who's going through it, I want you to be able to reach out or be able to talk to me, and I want to be able to talk to you. Let's just all, reach out to each other. And I just want to be able to help people that are almost going through the same things. But since I got my new kidney and new pancreas, I no longer have diabetes, but I still have like complications that can't be reversed, like my eyes. So like I'm still blind. Like I still have like other complications like GI issues that I had from diabetes that can't be reversed. But now it's more so just taking a lot of pills, taking a lot of rejection medicines. So like with my new kidney and new pancreas, they don't take out your old kidney, which is something that I learned when I got the kidney. They don't take out your old kidney. So technically I have 3 kidneys in my body right now, but only one of them works. And my new kidney is in a foreign spot, so my body is trying to attack that kidney. So that's why I have to take all these rejection medicines every day. And like I've had moments where I've missed a pill, and like I know I can't miss any pills. It's a thing that it's a full-time job. I got to make sure I'm taking them at the same time every day. Because again, like my body's so strong. I know my body's strong that, like I said, it'll just, as soon as I miss a pill, as soon as I don't take them rejection medicines, I can feel it attacking my kidney.
Yeah. And that's, and again, at 27 years old, you know, it's it's a mind over matter thing. And it's it's a lot, Ryan. And like I say, I know your story personal because I've, listened to your mother and heard the stories, and every time she's ever called me and told me that, you've got to, you're in on your way to the hospital again, and you're in the hospital again. Auntie Shell, when I pray, I light candles because I need to give that person light. And right now, I actually took a picture of it. I started a candle. Today is Saturday. I started that candle 4 days ago for you. When your mom told me, when your mom called and said that, you had to go back to the hospital, I immediately got up, and I have this big, beautiful, tall cross of Jesus, and that inherited that from my great grandmother, who gave it to my grandmother. My mother gave it to me, so I had this cross, this big cross. It's a family heirloom, and that thing got some power to it. Ryan, when I tell you, I got a candle up there for me, my mama, my aunties, her sisters, and some other community leaders and some people. I do Zoom calls every Wednesday, but we're inviting you on the Zoom call on Wednesday. So get ready for that. It's 8 o'clock next Wednesday. So you could tell your story there to up close and more personal. That's where I have a lot of doctors on that call. Like, you can see them. So I went, Ryan, and I just held my hands up like this in front of the cross, like I do every day, and pray. The energy I felt from that, Ryan, I had to sit down on one of the stools at the kitchen table because it just like the energy just hit me And all I just know is that you're going to be all right. That's all I know. I can't tell you how I know and what God has shown me, but all I know is that you're going to be all right. Guys, we're being cued in with our Stay Woke commercial break. We'll be right back to continue part 2 of the Ryan Johnson story, Getting to Wellness.
Tell a friend to listen in. It's In Touch Radio, reality radio.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids scared of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown 184-361 Rick. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy stay by. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361 Rick. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361 Rick. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecues? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Tampa Bay. Welcome back to the Stay Woke Show. I'm Dr. Michelle Williams, located in Tampa, Florida. We are with Mr. Ryan Johnson, who's from Polk County, Florida. Today, Ryan has joined us in the studio to tell his impeccable journey on his Getting to Wellness story. So, Ryan, we're in part 2 right now of your journey. And the call-in number for today's show is area code 813-444-7234. 9588. Again, the call-in number for today's show is area code 813-444-9588. If you want to call in and be on the air just to give some encouraging words to Ryan, don't be shy. And like they say in church, don't nobody wait on the other one. Come on up to the forefront. Come on in the room. Come on in the room this morning. The Ryan Johnson story, getting to wellness. So Ryan, your body, it goes through rejections with the kidney, and how often have you had to go back to the hospital, or how many times thus far, since receiving the kidney and the pancreas, how many hospital in-stays have you had to go back to?
Well, since I had my kidney and my pancreas transplant, I have regular checkups at the hospital that I can only get done at Tampa General Hospital. So I have to go to Tampa General Hospital. When I first got it done, first got my transplant, it was about 3-4 times a week. Now we're down to about once a week.
Okay.
So like every week, probably one day a week, I'm at the hospital. Usually I don't have to stay over unless they like see anything wrong or see any kind of something that they want to look into. If they see anything they want to look into or any numbers off, it don't matter if it's just my blood pressure being a little bit elevated, they gonna keep me overnight every single time. So with that, I've probably been to the hospital, staying overnight, admitted. In the last year, I've probably been about 20 admits.
Whew. And we only have 365 days out of the year and 52 weeks out of the year. And you've spent a greater part of that to live. This is why your story is so impeccable. Because, most young people, most young people, most young people try to heal themselves with street pharmacists.
I've been there. I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of them turn to alcohol and marijuana, which ain't bad with the marijuana now, medicinal use. Medicinal use of marijuana. I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. As a matter of fact, I advocate for it. Smoke a little weed. And then but people don't understand that the medicinal uses of marijuana, it has some great properties to it, and me, Ryan, and not taken away from Ryan's story, but, I shared it yesterday. The mail carrier knocked on the front door and was just like, are you Dr. Michelle Williams? I'm like, yes. He's like, I have a certified letter from you, right? As soon as I seen that Washington, D.C. patent, I was like, yes. And so I signed for it real fast and everything, right? I have 3 patents pending in the United States FDA right now. My T for COVID-19, that it doesn't get rid of COVID, but what it does, it attacks the infection, the sickness, the illness in your body, and it shortens the time that you have to go through COVID-19. I have my T for mono because mono has been on the rise, and that's something that I talk about all the time online because I'm the medical MD that's online. So most time when you're going to Google and you're asking a doctor's question, 9 times out of 10, if you're in the state of Florida, I'm the one that's answering that question now. And then I have my vaginal cream for vaginitis bacteria. I'm all about healthy vaginas and wellness. And I do have my kidney and liver detox teas. I do have that. That has been working, and my mom is my biggest client with my kidney and liver teas. And I have tea to help people stop smoking. I have tea to put people off of alcoholism. Like I'm going through the hood. I'm healing the hood. Because we need healthy fathers. We need healthy grandchildren. We need healthy sons and healthy daughters and healthy grandparents. I want to see, people don't understand that if you biblically look in the Bible, people were living to be 300 years old. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, how do you live to be 300 years old? You done seen the dinosaurs, the Tyrannosauruses, and you done seen all these things come and pass, and you still living. Look at that Chinese man over in China. He is literally skeleton. He's literally a skeleton with a thin coat of flesh on him. But the man is almost 150 years old. When I visited Misao, Japan, when my sister lived there, my sister lived in Misao, Japan for 17 years, and I was fortunate to go see her. That's when I studied Buddhism. That's when I went to the peak of China. After leaving, going to Japan, went to China and sat with the monks and learned how to pray and meditate and learn how to commune with God. So this ain't new to me. I'm true to this. I learned this. I'm talking about I was a teenage mother. I had my daughter at 18 years old, and I'm flying me and my daughter cross country to go be with my sister. You know, so that's just life. So when it comes to medicine, I learned so much from them. The gentleman that taught me is 111 years old. I Skyped him for his birthday this year because I was in hope to go travel to him, but still with the COVID thing, I'm just like, nah, you know, and China was, you know, still with the foolishness and everything. And I'm going to stay my black self home. I ain't finna get trapped over there. But prayer, meditation is the key. Wellness is the key. And Ryan, whatever I can do, you know, to help you mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, get through this. There's a gentleman that is going to be calling you that I'm going to be, we're going to do a Zoom call. His name is Mr. Garcia. He's in Clovis, California. We're going to build your website. I'm going to pay for everything for you. We're going to build your website, the Ryan Johnson Story, Get Into Wellness, where you can share your story and upload all those beautiful videos. Ryan has dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on his journey that we want America to see this, Ryan, because you don't understand, Ryan. I can only tell you and hope that you can really hear it through my voice. What God showed me about you and for you, everything happens in its time and its season. It's now your time and it's now your season. And can't nobody stop your journey and your story, even if they try.
No, I definitely, I'm very thankful for everything you're doing for me, for the opportunity. Just for the encouraging words as well. I know we talked previously on the phone, and just everything you told me is, like you said, I wanted to come into fruition, and man, it's hard. I get lost for words, get choked up, just because like it's been a long journey. It's been a while. It took me a while to get comfortable to just be able to come up here and do something like this. Like I said, I have all these pictures and videos, but for the longest, they just been for me. You know, I just kind of seen what I
just
went through.
Dormant. Just laying dormant in the phone.
Just laying dormant on my Snapchat, on my Instagram, not posting them. So I got tons of like footage of me going to dialysis when I was going to dialysis 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 6:30 to 9:30. I have like just so much stuff that the world can see that can help somebody else that's young as me. Because like I said, going through all them appointments, dialysis, my eye appointments, every time I'm going in there with people that are 80 years old, 85 years old. I'm the only one in there that's 25, or I'm the only one that's in there under 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just I got tons of just footage and just information, not just footage, but just information that I went through myself, like that I didn't get from doctors. Just me going through my own experiences. I feel like I know so much that can help people. So it just took me a while to get to this point where I accepted who I was, being comfortable in my own skin, being confident in myself, to just help other people. You know? So I'm glad for this opportunity, this space.
Well, Brian, we're definitely going to get you where you need to be at, because, see, it just doesn't stop with the website. I went to Sam's Club and purchased you a brand new laptop, a podcast microphone, 3 brand new ring lights, backdrops of you can choose. I like the space backdrop. It's something about that space backdrop that I just love, because it has all the moon phases, the stars and everything. It's like, I study astrology. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no witch or nothing like that, but people, if you think I'm a witch, then I'm gonna be one. You scared? But Ryan, that's just our gift to you from my foundation, from Grass to Grace. That's our love gift and offering to you. So I told your mom I have been boxing all this stuff up for you, and I've been going through because I've been doing podcasts and radio since 2008. I've been on Clear Channel, I've been on big radio stations here and everything, but since 2018 I've made In Touch News and radio my home, and and I'm here to stay. So when I blow up and grow up, what I'm saying, and that I'm taking the whole station up with me. So my dream is to continue to have and do great broadcasting, like shows like this, because you never know who is going to want to collaborate with In Touch News and radio and say, you know what, we like her podcast and we want to, we want to invest in it. I'm looking for some major sponsors. But what I do want to do next Saturday, I want to, because it's the end of the month, so next Saturday, to all my TikTok and Facebook followers, if you own a business, make sure somehow or another you inbox me your contact information, your website information, because next Saturday we're going to be highlighting not only just Black-owned businesses, but we're going to be highlighting businesses for everybody. So if you own a business next Saturday, make sure that you come on my TikTok live, because we are going to be showcasing, Black-owned businesses next Saturday. Now, don't come with the foolishness, because I slap you in your forehead real fast and close your third eye. So, so guys, how are we doing on time over there? Busy. 15 minutes left. Okay, again, guys, the calling number is 813-444-9588. And I'm so sorry I did not give out the number at the beginning of the show. That's just me and my craziness. But Ryan, is there anything that you want, anything else that you want to share and say with us? Because Ryan, again, I can't tell you I can't express enough that God has already showed me what's going to happen for you.
I think the only thing I want to share really is just I am doing good, so I don't want people to think I'm not doing good or I'm not in a good space mentally. Mentally, I'm doing really good. I'm doing better than I ever have been, honestly, mentally. Just being, like I said, being comfortable with myself, being able to just talk about it now. It's like a big stress reliever off me. It's a big weight off my shoulders of trying to hide my life, know, because I feel like for the longest, I've been hiding this from people, like if like I said, if you were close around me, then you've seen things and you kind of know a little bit, but for the most part, the general public, my general friends, a lot of my general friends don't even know what I go through. Like I said, I'm just in a good space mentally. My support system is great. Thank you to them. Thank you to my wonderful mother, my wonderful sister, anybody who's ever helped me on this journey. I've had so many people just save my life with episodes of my diabetes, my blood sugar getting low, and me about to pass out. I've had so many people just help me on this journey. So thank you. Shout out to all those people.
And not only that, your sister Ashley is a nurse.
Yes, ma'am.
Not just a nurse, she's a registered nurse. She's an RN. She's the creme brulee. So that's nice to have it.
Yeah, she want to be my nurse sometimes.
She don't.
Yeah,
and let her, Ryan. Let her. Let your sister be your nurse. Let your sister be your nurse. Because, honey, your mama the doctor.
I already know.
She the chauffeur. She look. That's my best friend, and and we all had talks with her, and told her don't be too overbearing too, and she's understood that this is your journey, what I'm saying, and you're an adult, and so it took her a loving mother to hear those, tough love coming from other people, sometimes it penetrates your skin and it can hurt you and everything, but she does know that it is your journey, your choices, and and I'm happy that she is finally saying, okay, it hurt, but I'm going to do it. I know it's him. I know he got it. So, just keep, that's your mama.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. She definitely.
Who out there in the waiting room?
Yeah, she definitely is a loving mother. And, like I said, I know if I need anything, she going to come running every single time.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, we butt heads sometimes, but that's just because we've been around each other for so, I don't know. I love her to death, and I know she only means well, and it's all coming from a place of love. Everything she ever does for me, like I said, I can call her up in the middle of the night, and just tell her, Mom, I need something to eat. Like, can you bring me something to eat, like, at my apartment? And I know she'll do it. She's seen some stuff that ain't nobody ever seen. So she gonna take some stuff to her grave where we done talked about stuff that just, I wouldn't want anybody else to see. You know, that I'm not even comfortable sharing with nobody else in this world. So just shout out to my mom for always being there. Shout out to my sister, too. My whole family, just for always understanding, never putting me in bad situations, always kind of just letting me be myself. Because a lot of times I am hard to deal with. I'm up here today, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just this perfect person, but I go through my moments where I go in dark places, and I get depressed sometimes, and I may take it out on my family because they're the closest people to me, or they are the ones around me the most. So just shout out to them for always sticking through me, because it's been plenty of times where I probably done stuff to where they could have been like, all right, we ain't helping him no more. So thank God for them just always being forgiving and being loving for me.
Well, hey, you just brought it full circle. You know what I'm saying? You just did the whole 360 for us, and and we're just so thankful again to have you here, to tell and to share with us your story, your journey, because it is a journey. It is a journey, because, you know what I'm saying, and since the age of 7, just listening to you, you done seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just so proud of you for, standing in the pain as a street sake. You standing up for your health, and you're standing up for your wellness, and that's why I just want to make sure that, like I say, not only as a community leader, but someone who knows your journey, someone who knows what you've been through, to make sure that I have done is everything that God has allowed me to do, emotionally, physically, and financially, to help you along this journey. And so when your mother had expressed to me about, you wanted to do a podcast, I immediately did what Big Auntie do, jump right in, Rachel, tell him I got this for him, I'm going to get this for him, get this for him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I didn't even hesitate. I did not even hesitate to go and get these items for you, because I'm just like, if that's what he need to make him feel good, that's what we getting ready to do. We're getting ready to give him his podcast. And I even told you, I paid $39 a month for a radio segment on Blog Talk Radio that I don't even use. It is yours. I'm giving you the username and password. It's already paid for. You know what I'm saying? So there are no excuses. So now it's on you. I'm putting it all on you now. You done got everything that you need to do your own podcast now. Ma'am. So, it's on you. It's already paid for, and you don't have anything. All you got to do is just set everything up, download whatever apps. I was trying to download some apps on the laptop for you. I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm just too old for this. I'm just letting him. But the Blog Talk Radio program, I did get that on there. So all you got to do is just log in with, like I said, with my username and password, and boom, and you just start uploading your shows. Yes. Because all the followers that I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to get ahead of myself or anything like that, but I think on my Blog Talk Radio program, because I've had that since 2008, I want to say there's a couple 100,000 people that follow that. So when you start uploading, they're going to start listening. So just make sure, you can get you one of those Google phone numbers, because you're definitely going to want to have that, and a email address, because people definitely want to, want to do that for you. And like I say, Ryan, God is in the blessing business, and that's all I know is that it's a lot of earth angels around you. It's a lot of angels on earth around you, and just embrace it. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do. Don't go against the grain. Come to the light, Carolyn. Carolyn, come to the light, Ryan. Come to the light, Ryan. So just, embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace the love. Embrace what's getting ready to happen for you, because people are going to want to talk to you. People are going to want to help you. People are going to want to come a part of what you're doing. And I think that is so phenomenal that you're still, even though you're going through what you're going through, you're still willing to give up your time to be with the youth. And that's where it counts the most. And so that's why, God keeping you the way he keeping you, because he's seeing that you giving yourself unselfishly to these young kids who are probably broken, come from single family homes, and you out there on a basketball court, basketball, what is it, court? Yeah. Yeah, I was going down the line and say field. I was getting I was taking the long route, a long walk around the park to get there. But you're giving yourself unselfishly. So God is looking at all of that. So it's something, Brian, that you could have did when you was in high school, helping, playing basketball and still wanting to do something. It could be something, it could be a seed that you sowed into a young child 12 years ago, and God gonna go all the way back 12 years back and reach back and grab that seed and let you reap. Come on, God. Woo! God gonna let you reap what you sowed 12 years ago, that good that you sowed. So that's God. God is just letting you and allowing you to reap the harvest of good health right now because of the seeds that you sowed. We're helping those children. Don't forget that. I drop a nugget every now and then. Now and then.
But thank you for just everything. Thank you for the everything you're doing for me. I know we talked about it, and I kind of, like I said, I mentioned that I wanted to do a podcast. So podcast coming soon, very soon. Like I said, right now I think I already been putting stuff in the works, talking to people. At this point, I'm just looking for a team, really. I already got like a pilot and everything that I want to do. So everything is in the works. We ain't letting this go to waste. I promise you.
And if you need some good music, he did my Stay Woke, my intro music. Gotta stay woke. Listen up to Dr. Much. Show. Now he did it. He did that for real. He took something and what I said. I sent him something. Boy, that thing was horrible. So he took my idea and manifested it into this great song, that my intro song, and I have it everywhere across social media. Like, B, you really did that. He's very talented. Very talented, very talented, very, very talented. So, I'll be hooking y'all two up too. But like I say, y'all, let me tell you, Ryan, I know you in the car now, so that's a good thing. You in your car now, so I need you to go ahead and pull it from P to drive.
For sure.
And Auntie gonna put her foot on the pedal, because we're gonna get this podcast up and running by the end of this year.
Oh, most definitely.
We're gonna get this podcast up and running by the end of this year. So I'm gonna set you up with B. You know what I'm saying? Get you back over here to Tampa. Let you sit down with him. B, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it, so you can give him an idea of what you want your jingle to be and what it to say, and he'll put. I'm telling you, he took what I call myself singing, and he did it. So he did it. So that's what God looked like. That's right. What love looked like. And I'm a firm believer. People don't understand. Love is a verb. What are verbs, students? Verbs are action words. I can't say that I love Ryan. I can't say that I love Bezel. I can't say that I love you, Volcano. I can't say that and not do anything. I can just, people say, oh, I love you all day long. Show me. I'm a show me type of person. I don't, flaunt it. But if I say I love you, you're going to feel I love you. Because I'm going to make sure that whatever you want, you're going to get it. Whatever your heart's desire, I'm going to make sure that we do it. Make sure that we do it. I mean, we got this, Ryan.
Yeah, we got it up and jumping. We ready.
We
ready.
This.
I promise I'm ready.
We got this. Guys, how we doing on time over there? Again, hello to all my TikTok fans. Thank you all. Oh, Ryan, child, you got some, you getting some stars over here, Ryan. Ryan, we had 11,000. Thank you, guys. 11,000 likes for Ryan this morning. Thank you. 11,000 likes to Ryan. I ain't gonna be greedy because we get 11,100. I ain't gonna be greedy because we hit the 12,000 real fast. Come on, we can do it. 12,000. Come on, we can do it. 12,000. Let's get to 12,000 likes for Ryan this morning. Facebook, thank you so much. You guys have been on this platform with me since 2007. You guys have been here. I want to say thank you. It's been a journey, TikTok. It's definitely been a journey, TikTok, over here with you guys. I want to say thank you again for joining me this Saturday morning with the Stay Woke Show. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Williams, with my special guest, Mr. Ryan Johnson, as he told his impeccable story, the Ryan Johnson story, Getting to Wellness. Join us next Saturday where we're going to be highlighting Black-owned businesses. And I really want to hear about businesses owned by women, because women are leading this country. And you know what? I ain't about no gender roles switching and everything, because I still believe that a man got to be a man, and you better let him be a man. So, you know what I'm saying? Stand down. Don't let this feminism, all this crap get in your way and blind you. You better go back to old school while y'all around here wearing your Victoria's Secrets. I'm going to go put on my big girl drawers and a bra, and I'm still going to catch your granddaddy. So listen, we thank you all so much for joining us this Saturday. Again, join us next Saturday at 11 a.m. Same bat channel, same bat time. Peace out.